Alright, so yeah, the two cards are in. I'm in the shed now, and the plan is to drill two holes in the side panel with a hole saw, so I can put two 120mm fans, one there and one about there, to get some airflow on the cards, because it's a lot hotter in there now with two. Alright, so I've done some measuring on the side panel. I've gone, the fans are pretty much going to be centered on this line here, because I've measured it up, and that's where the center of the two video card sits. So the fans are pretty much going to be sitting on the center like that. One there. Now this line here is was it 70mm from that, because I've measured that up, and that's the distance before the fan is going to bump into that. That's 70mm long. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to close the case. Now that's 45mm, because don't remember, I almost cut the holes incorrectly. This case to go on that has to, it clips on and then slides in with the locking lugs. You can see just there. So you have to remember to leave that gap there, otherwise your fan will be flush mounted with the edge and you won't be able to put it on and clip it in, if you understand what I mean. Which means your fan needs a gap on the inside to allow for that sideways movement for the click on. Okay, here's the side panel with the holes drilled for the two 120mm fans I'm going to use to cool the graphics cards. I did it in the same way that's in this tutorial, thanks to those guys for putting that up for me. I had to use a larger hole saw. It's a 127mm hole saw, so the fans are going to hang a little bit outside. It's a bit too large, but it was either that or spend about $100 on a new 4.5 inch hole saw instead of use the cheap $15 special. That side has obviously got some lumps and bumps in it, but I've got those silicon pads, so they should be able to fill in the gaps around that. Alright, let's put the fans in and hope it fits on the side of the case. Alright, there's a side panel on the case with no fans in it obviously, but you can see it pretty much opens up the whole graphics cards in Crossfire to get some serious cooling in there. And I've got a couple of fans to put in there, should fit perfect. Alright, and there she is with the fans in. I've got two 120mm, what are they? Sky Slipstreams, 1900 RPMs. I've got a couple of Gentle Typhoons I might put in there, but the door fits on, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the graphics cards in there in Crossfire. Pretty happy with that job. I think it came out alright. It's not perfect, but you can see, because the hole saw was too big, you can see the edge of the gap in the edge of the fan. But for now it's just got the wire grills on it, but I've got some Silverstone filters, which is like a black square thing that bolts over the top of it with a filter, so hopefully it'll cover up that hole, but it might look a bit better. But I don't think it looks too bad the way it is now, except for the fact that it's going to suck a massive amount of dust into my case. But like I said, filters are in the mail. Yeah, it came out pretty good for a bodgy job. Alright, so I got some of these in the mail. They are the Silverstone 120mm fan grill and filter kit. Cost me about, I don't know, $5 or something. Now the plan was to put them on the outside, but because of the drama I had with the hole saw being too big, I reckon it's going to look pretty crappy if I did that, because you can see the hole is bigger than the filter and mount itself. So what I've done is I've decided to keep the wire grill, and I've just put the filters on the back. So it should stop a shitload of dust coming through, but it still doesn't look that bad from the outside. I might just put a bit of black tape behind that bit just there so you can't see the gaps, and to keep the dust out, and I think it should be good.